President Donald Trump just made it crystal clear. When it comes to immigration, America won't allow anyone who can't contribute to our society. They must be able to make a living here in America. I don't want to have anyone coming in that's on welfare, the president declared. Well, that caused Nancy Pelosi and her cohorts who want open borders to freak out. You'll love this. President Donald Trump came to the White House with a clear vision about the immigration crisis facing America. Even hardcore leftists have had to admit when it comes to Trump and his promises, he is delivering. And he has said time and time again he wants a merit-based system for immigration. But when it comes to the real barometer of presidential truthfulness, keeping his promises, Trump is a paragon of honesty. For better or worse, since taking office, Trump has done exactly what he promised he would do, the Chicago Tribune reports. Yesterday, he gave an exclusive interview where he talked about immigration, and it's causing Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic rats who are calling for open borders to melt down. I don't want to have anyone coming in that's on welfare, Trump told Breitbart News in the more than 40-minute interview in the Oval Office on Monday afternoon. We have a problem, because we have politicians that are not strong, or they have bad intentions, or they want to get votes, because they think if they come in they're going to vote Democrat. You know, for the most part, the president added. Trump's answer came in response to Breitbart News editor-in-chief Alexander Marlow citing a statistic from a report the Center for Immigration Studies, CIS, published in December that over 60% of non-citizen families entering the United States end up on welfare. The report found that 63% of non-citizen households end up on welfare, whereas just 35% of native-born American households end up on welfare. The report also shows that in non-citizen households with children, welfare usage skyrockets to 79.6%. The president then went on to charge the Democrats with promoting a plan in which no requirements are needed to apply for entrance into the United States. They'll take anybody into this country and we're not allowing it, but because of the success of the country economically, some people say I blame myself, but that's a good blame, not a bad blame, but because of the country's success and you need workers here, Trump said. You do need workers. You have homes in Houston, and they can't get people to build the homes and lots of other places. But because of what's happened, and because of the people coming up, they want them to come in and they don't care how they come in. From there, Trump added that he does not want people coming into the United States who are going to be dependent on welfare programs. I don't want people that need welfare, Trump said. We owe a lot of money. We're taking care of everybody in the world's military. But now, as you know, I got over $100 billion from NATO countries. But that's not enough. That's not enough. We're paying for massive portions of NATO. We shouldn't be paying for this. Well, Nancy Pelosi freaked out and immediately called her cohorts to a meeting after she heard Trump's merit-based plan. The 78-year-old speaker just proposed amnesty for 2 million illegals, a totally ridiculous idea that will never see the light of day under President Trump. House Democrats presented a broad immigration proposal Tuesday that would allow more than 2 million immigrants to apply for U.S. citizenship, including Dreamers and those with temporary work permits who could soon face deportation under Trump administration policies, The Washington Post reported. Pelosi said it is important to grant citizenship to immigrants who have long lived in the United States and who are American every way. Right. American in every way except they aren't American and are here illegally. There should be nothing partisan or political in this legislation, Pelosi said Tuesday. Oh, what a joke. Nothing partisan or political? The speaker is grasping at straws, and nothing she has ever done was not partisan and political. She even tried to shame Trump and Americans using her so-called Catholic faith. So that's why sometimes it's hard for me to understand, I have to admit this, that we were raised to say there's a spark of divinity in every person, Pelosi said. That we're all God's children. And yet I see people of faith go down paths that so contradict what they say. For example, on the issue of immigration, so many people of faith, I guess they just don't think that there's a spark of divinity or that we're all God's children. How disrespectful they are. How can Nancy talk about a spark of divinity when she led her party of death to vote against the Born Alive Act just last week? Nancy and her cohorts all voted against a baby's right to life after they are born from a botched abortion. Yet, she tries to lecture the president and his supporters about morals, ethics and Christian faith. Nancy Pelosi can freak out all she wants. Every time she opens her mouth about immigration, open borders, and giving illegals a right to vote, She sounds like a broken record. Patriotic Americans can't stand to listen to her nonsense. The president is right. We need a merit-based system, the same type of system we had on Ellis Island. No one was allowed to enter the country unless they had family here to vouch for them and they had to get a job. It's common sense. Nancy and her Democratic rats would see this country ruined. Luckily, she has no power to make that happen right now. Vote for Trump in 2020 so she never will.